Good morning, everyone. I'm Michelle Agustin. In behalf of our group, I would like to discuss to you about our scenario. Our scenario is Thomas, a 16-year-old high school student, visits you during class in distress. He tells you that he's being bullied at school because the kids think he's gay. Thomas tells you he thinks he might be transsexual, but that he is scared to tell anyone and voices suicide ideation. He is not supported at home. His mother and father, both professionals, work long hours and his older sister picks on him. Thomas' best friend since the age of 10 recently told him that he didn't want to hang out with him anymore because he was weird. A few months ago, another friend who was picked on more than Thomas went missing. Rumor is in the school indicates that he ended his life. This is our scenario. Introduction of Nurse Plan of Care in this scenario. The College of Nurses of Ontario (CNO) Standards of Practice provide a framework for the knowledge, skill sets, attitudes, and clinical judgment that nurses need to provide safe and effective care. In the case of Thomas, a 16-year-old high school student facing distress due to bullying, potential gender identity issues, and lack of support at home. Expansion of details. First is emotional and mental health. As stated in the scenario, Thomas is experiencing significant emotional and confusion regarding his gender identity. He is also dealing with isolation and rejection, both at school and at home. Thomas is also experiencing intense feeling of hopelessness for the rumored suicide for his friend. Prioritizing Thomas' emotional and mental health is essential to help him navigate his current challenges, promote his well-being, and prevent further emotional distress. The CNO standard of practice applies therapeutic nurse-client relationship that provides a foundation of trust, personalized care, emotional support, and advocacy, which are crucial for effectively addressing Thomas' emotional and mental health needs. Next is family relationships. It shows that his parents and sister has lack of emotional support, time, care, and love for Thomas. A healthy family relationships can provide a foundation of support that help Thomas navigate his gender identity, cope with emotional challenges, and foster a sense of belonging and acceptance. Uh, the CNO standards of practice applies advocacy. Advocacy is essential for ensuring that Thomas receives the comprehensive, respectful, and supportive care he needs to navigate his challenges and improve his overall well-being. Continuation of expansion of details. Next is school environment. As stated in the scenario, Thomas is subjected to bullying by his peers who target him based on their perception of his sexual orientation and potential gender identity. The school lacks adequate anti-bullying measures and support systems for students facing similar issues. A supportive and proactive school environment can significantly contribute to Thomas' emotional and mental well-being by providing understanding, protection resources, and a sense of belonging. The CNO standards of practice applies accountability, in which to collaborate with school for the awareness of anti-bullying and the code of conduct number one, which is nurses respect clients' dignity. We all know that we need to respect clients' dignity at all times. Next is social isolation. As stated in the scenario, Thomas wants to disconnect himself from his environment, leading to depression with no support system. Addressing social isolation involves creating opportunities for Thomas to connect with others, building a supportive community around him, and ensuring he has access to social activities and groups where he feels accepted and understood. The CNO standards of practice applies accountability, in which to collaborate to counselor and create a support system. By working closely with a counselor, Thomas can develop a robust support system that addresses his physical, emotional, and social needs, leading to better health outcomes and improved quality of life.
Hello, I am Paolo Montano. I'm going to discuss resolutions and applying course concepts, including CNO standards. First is the active listening and empathy. As a healthcare professional must actively listen to Thomas' concerns, providing a safe and non-judgmental space for him to express his feelings. Demonstrating empathy and validating his emotions are key in establishing trust. This is a CNO standards therapeutic nurse-client relationship. By establishing a therapeutic relationship as a nurse ensures that Thomas feels heard and understood. Next is the risk assessment. Conduct a thorough assessment of Thomas' mental health, focusing on his suicidal ideation. This involves asking direct questions about his thoughts, plans, and means for suicide to evaluate the level of risk. This is CNO standard knowledge-based practice, applying evidence-based assessment tools to evaluate Thomas' risk of self-harm aligns with the practices in nursing care. Next is developing a safety plan. Work with Thomas to develop a safety plan that includes immediate steps to ensure his safety, such as removing access to means of self-harm, identifying safe spaces, and establishing a support network. This is a SAON standards professional practice. Creating a safety plan demonstrates a commitment to Thomas' immediate well-being and safety. Next is the referral and collaboration. Refer Thomas to a mental health professional such as a psychologist or psychiatrist for further evaluation and therapy. Collaborative with school counselors, social workers, and to provide ongoing support. This is a same standard professional relationships. Collaborating with other healthcare professionals ensures a comprehensive approach to Thomas care. Support and resources. Providing LGBTQ support resources for Thomas. In line with the College of Nurses Ontario standard, patient-centered care is essential to recognize and address the unique needs and preferences of each individual. Thomas, as an LGBTQ individual, may benefit greatly from connecting with peers who share similar experiences and receiving support from specialized organizations. By offering resources that are tailored to his needs, we can respect his individuality and support his holistic well-being. This is a CN standard. Providing Thomas with these resources not only aligns with the CN standard of patient-centered care but also underscores our commitment to his holistic well-being. By recognizing his unique needs as an LGBTQ individual and offering tailored support, we are respecting his individuality and fostering an environment where he can thrive both mentally and emotionally. Encouraging Thomas to connect with these support groups and hotlines can help. And the last is involvement of family in supporting Thomas. To ensure Thomas receives the comprehensive support he needs, it is crucial to involve his family in his care plan. With Thomas' consent, arranging a meeting with his parents to discuss his needs and the importance of their support can significantly enhance his well-being. This approach not only addresses his immediate needs but also promotes a long-term supportive environment that is essential for his overall development and mental health. As CNO standard advocacy. Ethical duty to promote best interests in line with the College of Nurses of Ontario standard advocacy. It is our ethical duty to promote the best interests of the client. Advocating for Thomas' needs involves ensuring his voice is heard and respected in all aspects of his care, educating his family on their vital role in his well-being, empowering Thomas by involving him in discussions about his care and support. Advocacy actions such as empowerment encourage Thomas to express his needs and preference openly. Next is location. Provide his parents with the necessary knowledge and resources to support Thomas effectively. Support. Offer ongoing support and follow-up to both Thomas and his family to ensure sustained and positive impact on his well-being.
Hi, I am Joanna Fer Gutierrez and I will discuss communication of frameworks. So we will use the S bar. So what is S bar? S stands for situation, B for background, A for assessment, and R for recommendations. So according to Lictorio Nursing 2021, the S bar is an organized framework to communicate a patient's situation. It is commonly used to improve communication between nurse and other healthcare providers. So in our situation, Thomas, a 16-year-old high school student, is experiencing severe emotional distress due to bullying related to his perceived sexual orientation and potential gender identity. He has expressed his thought of suicides and lacks of support at home. So for background, it tells the patient previous condition. So here, Thomas faces ongoing bullying and social isolation at school. Second, his home environment is unsupportive with parents who are frequently absent and an older sister who bullies him. Third, he experienced distress because he has lost his best friend and another bullied friend due to suicide. So for assessment, it tells the patient current condition. So in our scenario, Thomas has signs of anxiety and depression, leading him to commit suicide. Therefore, Thomas is at high risk for suicide and requires immediate intervention. And due to ongoing bullying, lack of support at home, recent loss of social connections, further rejections, and discrimination. So next, recommendation. So creating a care plan for Thomas. So we recommend immediate referral to a mental health professional for a comprehensive evaluation and therapy. Next, we should develop a safety plan to ensure Thomas' immediate safety and provide him with resources for LGBTQ support. Additionally, we should arrange a meeting with his parents to discuss his needs and educate them on the importance of their support. And lastly, implement school-based interventions to address bullying that provide a supportive environment for Thomas. For conclusion, our presentation focuses on the nurse's plan of care for Thomas, applying the College of Nursing of Ontario's standards of practice and guidelines, and utilizing the SPAR communication framework. It emphasizes the importance of resolution, family involvement, school collaboration, and community resources in addressing Thomas' needs and promoting his well-being, including his mental health. In behalf of my team, thank you very much.